Assalamu alaikum, wonderful viewers. Welcome to the Poetry Slam Show here on Eco TV International, the People's Choice, where we celebrate the power of words, the beauty of expression, and the art of poetry. I am your host, Oreheto Ture, and every week we invite talented poets to come and showcase their talent and their art of work. And today here with me is our able woman king, and she has just won the recent competition of the female voice in the Gam poetry industry. She came out first. She will introduce herself shortly, but before that, you can kindly follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Sponsors are also invited. You can call on the various numbers on the screen to sponsor this program. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. Assalamu alaikum. Honorable greetings, wonderful viewers. My name is Sahna Ture, also known as Empress the Poetess. I am a student of Nusrat Senior Secondary School, and I'm also a graduate from the Girls Leadership Academy. And I'm currently the winner of the Female Voices in Poetry Slam, which was hosted day before yesterday. So I'm very honored to be here today. Thank you for having me here today, sister.
You're welcome. And tell us about the victory on Saturday. How did it feel?
Yeah, I feel great. I felt honored, but like I always say, in every competition, there must be a winner and a loser. But for me, I won, but it didn't mean that I'm better than those who didn't win. Because I see it like I prepared more than them. It's not that I'm talented than them, but I prepared more than them. As the saying goes, practice makes perfect. So I guess I prepared more than them. That's why I took the victory. Thank you.
Okay. And also, after the victory, what was the prize given to the winner?
Like it was paid on the flyer. The star prize was 50,000, but we haven't get anything yet.
Why is that?
Because we had an agreement. They told us like Saturday, which is next Saturday coming. They said that they will give us our prizes. Yeah, of course I was given a certificate and of course a trophy also. And yeah, I was honored.
All right, now tell us about your process and the way you were molded to become a poet.
Well, my journey into poetry was kind of long because I was an Arabic school student. Like, I started English school in grade 7, which was in 2022. So I was in Arabic school in grade 10 by that time. So I was like, I want to go to English school. I want to go to English school. So I started poetry to improve my skills of reading, writing, speaking, and spelling. So when I went to English school, I went to Latikula Sahabaji, upon senior secondary school. There, they molded me, they shaped me, and of course, I can say that I am a product of Latikula Sahabaji, a program for that matter. Now I'm attending Nusrat Senior Secondary School, and of course, they are still giving me that platform to showcase my talent and venture into poetry more. Thank you.
All right, and then how did you discover your unique voice as a poet?
It was when I was in Ladikula Sahabaji, we had a program which was an African Liberation Day, like what happened yesterday. African Liberation Day, 25th of May. So I was one of the participants who were supposed to perform in that very program. So I performed one of my poems, which was The Bard of the Nation, which was about Edward Francis Small.
Okay.
So I performed there, and of course my teachers saw me and they encouraged me. The like of the young Kuba, yeah, he's a known poet. So they encouraged me to do more. So there is where I got my voice, my spirit to continue.
Okay, and how did this name came about, Empress?
Well, Empress came about when I was recording my first piece. Like I was in the studio, so I recorded the piece. Like, you know, us poets, if we are ending our poems, we will say, this the poetess, that the poet. Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, I didn't have a name. Like, I wanted something unique. So I was like, I judged on the way I dress. So I was like, I dress modestly. Then why don't I take Queen or Empress? So I just imagined, and I said that Queen is a female monarch of a kingdom, while Empress is a female monarch of an empire. So I said that let me take the bigger one because it suits me.
Okay, and who is the emperor?
No, there's no emperor. Poetry is the emperor. Poetry is the emperor, I can say.
Okay, you are the empress.
Yes.
All right, then. And what does poetry mean to you, and how has that meaning evolved over time?
Well, poetry means a lot to me because I can say poetry has shaped me into someone that I never thought that I can be. Yeah, in my educational career, in my life, everything. Because I can say without poetry, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be speaking English properly. I wouldn't be doing things. You would not even think of inviting me here today. So poetry has taken me a long way. Yeah.
Yeah. And who are the poets or writers that has influenced your work?
Well, the poet that influenced my work, we have international poets and national poets. Starting with the international poets is Amanda Gorman, a Black American poetess.
Okay.
Yeah, I really admire her work a lot, so I look up to her. And the national poets, there is poet Mr. Penn, the one who introduced me to poetry. He was the first one that I saw. And also, Chomade is there, I look up to him also, and many other poets in the Gambia.
Okay, now let's go to your creative process.
Okay.
Like, how do you form an idea to a poem?
Well, for me, when I want to write a piece, like I will look at the situation in the country. Oh, I look at the people that I'm going to recite the poem to. Then I decide my title and write.
Okay, that's how you just go about it.
Yeah.
Can you just look at me and then write a poem?
Yeah, maybe. Sometimes.
Yeah. All right, then. And do you also have any habit or rituals that helps you to get into the mood of writing?
Yeah. Sometimes when I'm sad, and sometimes when I'm happy also. And sometimes when I get motivation from my friends, or from big poets, or from my friends, like especially the philosophical poets, they really encourage me to write. Like if they send me something that is motivating, I will then try to write something new.
All right. And how do you handle writer's block? Like when you are writing and stuff don't seem to come?
If stuff don't seem to come, then I will stop for a moment, then do other things. You know, it's not like every time you can be doing something every time. So I will stop for a moment, do other stuff. I'll just sit, and it will come back to my mind, wow, this and this and this I'm supposed to write. Then I go back for it. That's how I go about.
Okay. And do you edit your poems heavily, or you keep it in an initial flow?
No, I just edit it however I want it, because I can say that I'm not a mashup poet. I'm not a mashup poet, so sometimes I will ask some people, you know, we all are not perfect, so I will ask my friends, like the philosophical poets, if I write something, I will send him and tell him that, what do you think about this, my piece? And he will tell me, adjust this, do this, or I saw some this and that and that. That is how I go about. Yeah.
Okay, and also going back to the recent competition on Saturday, and do you feel like the person that took second deserved the second position or not?
Yes, she did deserve it, because even before the competition, like I was like telling my mom that I'm scared of this guy, I'm scared of that guy, I'm scared of that guy. So I was like, I need people who could come out on top.
Yeah.
Though that some people failed me, but some people were there. Yeah.
Okay, and then you winning, was it a surprise to you, or you really are ready for it?
No, it was not a surprise for me, because I worked hard. And of course, I was like, when I saw the kids, I was like, heartbreaker, the judges will not give them the victory. But deep down, I had a hopeful thought. I was like, I can win it, because I really did my best on stage.
Okay, and were you given a team there to work on it, like create a poem, or do you just come with a finished poem?
It was 2 rounds. The first round, you bring a voluntary poem, any poem of your choice. The second round was the team poem. So all of us brought our teams, and I was like covering myself in blood. Many people did like culture, but you know, in competition, some people normally don't understand teams. Okay. So I was like covering myself in blood, and my fabric was imaginary. So that is how I went about.
What was the theme about?
It was the fabric of my story.
The what?
Fabric of my story.
Fabric of my story. So you just work on it there and came up with the stops.
Yeah.
All right. And was the competition tough? Like the people were there that were good?
It was tough, especially when by the time they were buying I don't know if it is a medal, I don't know what. They were buying something and pinning it on our clothes.
Okay.
So I didn't see many people get up and come and pin, because many Minnesotans were there. But I think that those people are experienced. Maybe they saw those things and it has no use. So people were there coming. They say, $100 people are coming, pinning for their people. So I saw my sister and other 4 of my friends, they come and pin for me. They say $50. I said, oh, this doesn't have a use. I thought it was a vote. But at the end of the day, it was not. So by that time, I was like scared that I'm going to lose, because the other people, they were having like 25, more than that.
Okay.
So I
was that pin giving you points or?
No, but at the beginning, we thought that it was giving us points. But at the ending, I realized that it has no use, because my people were there, well experienced poets, but they didn't came to do so. So I realized that if it was something important, they will buy and pin for me, because they did a lot. They spend a lot of money buying my tickets and other stuffs.
No, okay then. And what themes or subject do you find yourself returning to?
I don't get your point.
Like, what theme or subject do you find yourself returning to in your poetry work, and why do you think you resonate with them?
Theme like?
The subject. Example, like some poets focus on like politics, some religion, stuffs like that. Maybe some of their poems are just focused on society.
Okay. For me, I can say current affairs.
Just current affairs?
Yeah.
Just any? Current
affairs.
Okay. And which one do you most focus on?
Most focus, maybe in the gender-based violence or vulnerable gender, of course, and also environment and peace advocating.
Do you feel vulnerable?
Yes.
To the society?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I can say that in this current generation, the 2 genders are equivalent. We are treated differently. Boys are on top and we are down. Even in education, everything.
So you think that should not be?
It should not.
Okay, then you should voice it out.
Inshallah.
Alright. And is there a specific, sorry, is there a particular poem of yours or anyone else's that holds a special significance to you?
Like somebody else's poem or my own poem?
Either yours or someone else's.
For me, though, I'm not good at cramming other people's poems.
All right.
Yeah, but some poems do feel significance for me.
And then what about yours? Is there any, one poem of yours that is so special to you?
Yeah. Yeah, it is 2 Sides of Empress.
2 Sides of Empress.
Yeah.
The name is intriguing. I want to know this poem. Can you recite it for us?
But this poem, the video, it involves 2 parts, like I'm in 2. So the bad side and the good side. But the poem, I don't capture it that much. That's the problem.
Okay. Do you have it in your phone?
No. But whoever wants to watch it, you can go to YouTube. It is there. 5 of my videos.
Okay. All right. And how do you decide on the form or structure of a poem? Do you prefer free verse or do you enjoy working within specific forms?
No. Sometimes I prefer free verse. Sometimes specific. Right. It's just left to my audience, the type of audience that I'm going to recite it to.
Okay. And do you have a specific audience or you just recite it primarily for yourself?
No. As I said, I deal with current affairs.
Okay.
So wherever my poem can be decided, I will do so. Wherever it has importance, I will do so.
All right. And do you draw inspiration from personal experiences or do you often write from the perspective of other poets?
Well, most of my poems are written in personal experiences because, as I said, the 2 Sides of Empress was personally me. Yeah, so I don't think I will look at somebody else's poem because I want to get to their level, so I will not look at their poems and be copying them. Okay,
and do you have a mentor?
Yeah, I can say I'm self-taught, but I can also say that I have a mentor on the other side because when I came into poetry, as I said, Mr. Penn was the one who guided me into poetry. Yeah.
Okay. And do you think poetry can help people navigate through difficult times?
Yeah, because whenever I'm sad or whenever I'm confused or lost, I will try to express my feelings in paper. In a paper, I will take my book and a pen, then start writing.
Then after that, how do you feel?
Yeah, I sometimes feel relieved. And sometimes if it is somebody that did something to me, I will write and send it to the person, so the person will understand that I did this and that to her. That's why I see it and send it to me.
All right. And do you also believe that poetry has the power to bring about social or political change?
Yes, I believe so, because in Jana's time, we have one poet who said, kill the king and save the kingdom.
Okay.
So I believe that poetry can change the world. Yeah.
All right. And also about the audience. How do you feel when readers interpret your poems in ways that are different from your original text?
Well, as poets, we should accept criticism, because it will make us grow.
Okay.
Every time somebody says, like, this poem is different, that, like, they will give you, they will encourage you, it will give you a motivation. If you are smart, it will give you a motivation. Next time, you will know how to go with your poems. You will not commit the same mistake again. You will not do it again. So we should all learn to accept criticisms. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you hope the readers to take from your poems?
Like the readers, I will appreciate it if, like, they understand what I really mean and not take it the other way around, turning the tables.
Okay. And are you also working on any new projects or collections that you can tell us about?
For now, I'm trying to focus on my academics.
Just that?
Yeah, but inshallah, I will. Yeah, I'm looking forward to work on new projects, but for now, I'm trying to focus on my academics.
Okay. And how do you see your poetry evolving in the future? Are there new themes or styles you are excited to explore?
Yes, inshallah. As growing poet, as a rising poet, I'm looking forward to do many styles and I'm looking forward to go forward in poetry. Like, I want to go higher and higher in poetry, inshallah.
Yeah, the sky is the limit.
Yeah, inshallah.
Yeah. And if you could have a conversation with any poet, living or dead, who would it be?
Charnagay.
Charnagay.
Yeah.
This Charnagay is special, right? What is so special about this guy?
Like, I'm amazed by his courage. Like,
okay.
I can see in times that moments that no one is willing to talk, he's always there to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. And that really inspires me a lot.
Okay. Oh, he is also part of those that inspired you?
Yes.
Okay. And what's the most unexpected source of inspiration you've ever had for a poem?
Maybe a sickness.
Okay, let me hear that one.
Oh, Hawaii.
That one too is not available?
No.
Are you for it?
No.
Okay. Now, just recite one piece for us.
Okay. Let me recite this poem that I wrote recently.
Okay.
It is entitled, I Can't Marry a Poet. And here it's
Marry a poet.
Yes. His melodious voice was a song I pleaded to hear forever. His words were nothing like fire, but mellowed my heart. His captivating spoken words healed my every wound. I believe in the garden of his emotions. Literature is an organic fertilizer. Language I use to sow words. And every year have a rap sentence. So their sentence makes me smile, as wide as the universe. But the world's rockstar's garden of life, I know, can't obviously be mine. A garden where everyone gains pleasure, and every green yearning to be a farmer. I know that my heart has met its other half. I'm falling, if I have to admit. But actually, I can't marry a poet. Lyrically, not ironically, but physically, because obviously, with the girl I have chosen, my heart is the broken birds. My feelings are left frozen. He's playing with my emotions like all unwanted toys. Instead of digging my smiles, he will entertain fans. So to be entertained by my own rock star, I'd rather be a fan than his cook. Thank you.
Oh, why? All right, now tell us the inspiration behind this poem. What is this poem all about?
If people listen to this poem, they'll think that like I'm in a relationship with a poet or something like that. But it's not about it. No, it's not about that because it was during one program. One of my friends, the philosophical poet, he won the competition. Like, you know when you win, you don't even think of your friends. People will just gather, let's take picture, let's take picture, let's take a picture. So I was like, I was lonely, and another girl, one of my sisters, we were there, but we were there with him before the competition started. But when he won, like, I felt like he forgot about us.
Okay.
So I was like,
you feel like we are left out.
Yeah. We feel like we were left out. So in the morning, like I said, I will write and send you. In the morning, I sent him this piece. So he was like, even Umi said the same. So I was like, then it was not only me. So I was like, then I forgive you. Yeah.
Okay. All right then. And do you have a favorite place to write or a place where you feel most inspired?
Well, I can say, yeah, at home.
Home?
Yeah.
What about my home?
Our home, then. My home is your home.
Yeah. And if you weren't a poet, what other form or career do you think you would have pursued?
I can say career. Maybe being a doctor.
Doctor.
Yeah. Because I'm studying science right now.
Science. You study that. What about engineering?
No, that's not my thing.
That's not your thing?
No.
Bahna? Why do you want to be a doctor if not poetry?
Huh?
So why do you want to be a doctor? Is it that you want to save lives? Or
yeah, I want to save lives because I have been sick many times and I know how it feels when you are sick or when you have somebody at the hospital.
Yeah, so, you can resonate with it.
Yeah.
All right. I hope one day the dream comes true.
Inshallah.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to aspiring poets who are just starting to explore their craft?
Well, my first advice would be for them to accept criticisms. Because you cannot be a rising poet and you expect everybody to like your poem. You're not strong yet. Whenever they give you criticisms, accept it and improve yourself. Yeah, that's my advice.
And how can someone who is new to poetry begin to appreciate or understand it better?
One can do that by reading novels. And of course, whenever you write, don't feel shy to read it out to people. Recite it with your colleagues, classmates, friends, family, to improve yourself.
All right. And do you feel that being a woman has influenced your poetic voice or reception of your work?
Yes, in some way. As I said, like most of my poems, I talk about gender-based violence because being a woman can help me understand all of those stuffs in the society. Yeah.
Okay. And is it that you've gone through some trauma or what?
No.
Or you've experienced something?
No. Maybe I saw people who experienced trauma, but no. I haven't went through trauma.
Okay, they were treated differently because of their gender or like being a female?
Exactly.
And how do you feel when you see that?
Yeah, I feel very bad for them because sometimes I will see myself going to school. Yeah, alhamdulillah, my parents took me to both Arabic school and English. So I will see myself going to school and I will see some girls not going to school. I will feel like, is it that only boys need to go to school? But nowadays, that is not much in the Gambia. But we are still seeing it, especially in the provinces. We are still seeing it.
Okay. And what can you do as a poet to see that these things are
eradicated?
All right.
Maybe I can say to use poetry as a way, as a tool, to save this vulnerable gender. That is what I want. Like, of course, and I will urge people to provide platforms for us. Like, the footprints designs. They provided a platform for us to come and showcase our talents. And I can say both of my poems were related with women. The first one was Burden of Motherhood, and the second one was Fabric of My Story, but I still related it to women. So if we are given the platform, like you guys, you give us platform, if we are given the platform to showcase our talents, we can reach out to people and we can use poetry as a tool to save the vulnerable gender.
All right. And may the journey be easy on you. All right. And have you faced any unique challenges as a female poet in the literary world?
Yeah, but I can say I face challenges, but not many. Because poetry in the Gambia here is most of the poets that are up is because of financial
constraint.
Yeah. So I can say that many people will have think that I was recording my poems, shooting videos, and I cannot do anything because my uncle was helping me. But day before yesterday, I proved everybody wrong because I won a competition.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, they were looking down on you.
Yeah, it was just like my uncle, normally my uncle helped me to post my videos on YouTube and all of this.
Okay.
So I know that many people will have had in mind, like, I'm nothing. It's just that I'm having financial support.
Okay.
But it's not like that. Day before yesterday, I think I proved everybody wrong.
Okay, you prove everybody wrong. You tell them that you are the Empress. You can do it. Okay. And are there particular female poets who have inspired or mentored you?
Well, no, none of them has mentored me. But I can say those who inspired me, one of the female poets in the Gambia, is our sister, GT.
Okay.
Yeah. I see her too. Yeah, I saw the confidence in her.
My sister, hello.
And also Ejalo.
Okay.
Yeah. She's very great. She's a source of inspiration too.
Okay. And how do you feel about the representation of women in the poetry industry?
Well, I feel great and honored. Yeah, like I said before, day before yesterday, I was honored and give it a win prize.
Okay.
So I can see nowadays women are given platform to showcase their talents because the female voices in Poetry Salam was a great help to all women because some programs are there, but most of the girls wouldn't want to join because they said that this boy have time more than me, they can do it more than me, this and that and that, and people will discourage them. But this one give voices to all the girls. So girls came and showcased their talents.
Okay, well, time is up now. It is not on our side. Please give your final word to your fans and everybody out there watching you.
I'm saying thank you to all of my fans, my family members, my teachers in school. They have really been a great motivation to me. Like during this program, they really helped me in finance, I mean, because they almost bought all of my tickets. Yeah, even if most of them didn't come, they bought my tickets, and that was indeed a source of motivation. I was like, I cannot fail these people. So I'm thanking them all. I'm thanking my family members, friends, teachers, everybody out there, and even you, women. I'm thanking everybody out there. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us today. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
This is how we've come to the end of the program. Till next week, inshallah. This is the Poetry Slam. So here on Eco TV International, the People's Choice, with me, Rohia Tuture. You can also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Sponsors are also invited. You can kindly call the numbers on the screen to sponsor this program. Till next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.